Hello everyone, it's Jenny and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. Alright, we were finishing up day 9, so let's see what we can get done. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner, as he'd done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hand ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Oh. How appropriate for this time of year. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Ooh. I want to say this is in the catacombs. Okay. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like. That's not it. Okay. Nope. I'm checking all of them. I do not care. Okay, so no to that. No to that. That one doesn't even have a neighbor. Nope. Nope. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It's not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I've entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Palians can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe. But there's a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called the Wandering Shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. Okay, so I need Wandering Shroud? Or something that would... Okay, that's the Guardian. Okay, Wandering Shroud isn't even on here. Okay, so now I'll leave. Traveled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I've read stories of the Dreer of old who would hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they see soaring in the wind, on the wind. I intend to rekindle this lost custom. Perhaps you know something about it? Eye of Cyrnanos, or Chirnanos. Okay. No. Eye Eye of Cernunnos. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernunnos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of Cernunnos are hard to come by. They're powerful and should not be used carelessly. Okay, so it has to do with minds. Let's look at Hermetic symbology. So it has to be Mentic. Let's see. Wait, what was that last one? Frost. Okay, I thought I saw something there about forest. That's the only thing that comes to mind. This one makes you feel like you're being watched. I mean, it is possible. Nope. Never mind. Also not that. Alright. Heart feels lighter. Nothing to remark. Nothing. Okay, so that's the voice of Cernunnos. Okay, moon and that. Okay, sulfur. Weird. Okay, witch sign. And the moon symbol. Sulfur and witch? No. I think that might be the witch's finger. Okay. Cold. Okay, where's that? Why would that have hot and cold on there? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. So many symbols. I wonder if this might be it. Nope. Interesting. Okay. Jesus. I hate having dry mouth. Ugh. Let's see. Really? Okay. Now we just need snakes. Just need 2 more snakes. 1 more snake. Yes. Alrighty. So she needs the eye. Process of elimination. Nope. Oh, that can't be it. I think that's the witch's finger. Just in case. Alright. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to think of what it could be. Alright. The Eye of Chernanos. There isn't that much information about it, unfortunately. In the Eye of the Forest, ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. Maybe I should go under minds. Yeah, Mentic. Huh. Maybe look for something that has foresight, maybe? Huh. Maybe something with the earth symbol. Something related to forestry. resists curses, so that's not going to be useful here. Whoops. Okay. Stone of the earth and of nature. So Mentic would be malachite. Fourth eye, stone of sight. Huh. I don't remember if I tried this one yet. Nope. Okay. Process of elimination. Using the index in the book, I can find a sketch of Jandanos. Oh, I needed to look at that one. Whoops. Oops-a-daisy. Okay, let's see. What does this say? Diurnic seal object made from silver. Something about a diurnic field. I was expecting to talk to Verona Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. Unusual for her. Hope she's okay. Yeah. Whoops. If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Warmest regards, Mrs. R. Bream. Oh, that's right. I still need to do the catacombs. Whoops. Okay. Ruskin. Is that even on here? Weird. Can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Oh. I'm greeted by a tired-looking, middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander toward the point of my visit. She leads me up the stairs and into the attic. A single small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear the voices. At first, I think it's the house creaking in the wind. Soft murmuring groans that seem to come from the walls themselves. But then I start to feel as though a conversation is happening. Too quiet to make any sense. Nope, okay. Hearing charm. There we go. Let's see. With the hearing charm, I suddenly found myself able to pick up every small sound without difficulty. The whispered voices become clear, and my heart beats faster as I hear what they are saying. They're discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside, to my horror, is a human skull. its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the insistence of the voices, I reach inside the cavity, and my hand closes around an unusual looking item. Immediately, the voices fall silent, and my heightened senses are left with the whooshing drum beat of the blood being pumped around my body. Ooh. Hello there. Alright. Gonna look at the map again. I'm gonna go back to the catacombs. I believe it was this one. Okay. Let's see if there's anything. Ecumenical. That acts as an aid to recollection. Ambra, no. Amphibious, or Amphibian Talon. Okay. Ares Remnant. I don't think I need that. Even Palliance can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called the Wandering Shroud. Okay. Ascos. That's underwater breathing. Huh. Okay. Bones Guard. Small item known as Bones Guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. Okay. Okay. Small topaz. Okay. Okay, that's not what I need. Cyrene Ward, or Kyrene. Okay. Daedalus Link, don't need that. Diverging Hook. Okay, that's not what I need either. Yellowstone. Nope. Ethereal Key. Hmm. I don't think that's what I need either. Okay. Got the Eye of Chernanos. Don't need that. Fortinance. Gray's Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. I don't think I have shadow catcher. Huh. Okay. wonder if Guys of Lillian would work. No. Don't need the hearing charm. Aries Remnant. Maybe that'll work. Nope. Son of a bitch. Okay, that doesn't work. That's really weird. Wandering Shroud. Thing is, I don't know if I have that. In the book index. Okay. Don't believe I've obtained that. No, I haven't. Wandering Shroud in the book index. Huh. Okay, Shield Charm or Spirit Vault. Okay. What was the other one? Spirit Vault. Spirit Vault, also known as a voted chamber. It's a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. Okay. They're not considered dangerous, since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. The other one was, I think, one that I already have. Shield Charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer to skill. A shadow spirit or wandering shroud will not abide them. Okay, so Spirit Vault. Gotcha. Okay, receptacle used to store it. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. Not considered dangerous. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. Maybe this? Yes, okay. I knew there was something that was going to be used for, but I wasn't quite sure. I tried to breathe in the vapors from the wandering shroud, but to my horror I realized that the spirit vault is empty. My vision starts to blur as the cloying air of the depths filled my lungs, and I stagger away in a daze. When at last I reach the surface, I take deep breaths of the fresh air, but my lungs ache for some time after. I need to be more careful. I've written to Barton Potter. He will know where to find a wandering shroud. Damn. All that. Okay, that's done. So this is where I need to go, but I have to wait. Some bitch. Some bitch. That sucks. Grenville Pierce. The Father Sword has a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go, but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. Huh. Shimmer. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. They induce calm rage in the face of an unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his chest plate, but it didn't save him from being slain in the Battle of Souther Fell of 1356. Huh. Trying to think of what don't look at that picture again. Okay, they were designed to slot into armor and weaponry. No, I don't think that is it. That's not it. Okay. This is almost a second home to me at this point. Okay. Okay. Well, bam. Okay. I had to figure out the shimmer. It's a bit weird. Okay, let me look at that again. Series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. Huh. I mean, that could, probably not, maybe, no. It'd have to be something that, oh, okay, there we go. Process of elimination yet again. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay. I also need to figure these out. Okay, these are also items. So, bronze, wood, and stone. And gold leaf. There's an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. I work at the steel mill in Keswick, and I don't think there's a one of us who hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything that can protect against that sort of thing? Burning blood. Maybe it'll go under pain? Maybe the witch's finger? No. Serene, Hogan. Let's see, where are you? Okay, that's not it. Okay. That's not it either. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so Cyrene Ward. Basilisk scales are highly prized. Okay, possibly that is what I'm looking for. Protect against fire. Yeah, I'm thinking the Cyrene Ward. Made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Cyrene Ward. Weird. So I'm looking for something that seems to have scales. Leathery and bony. Okay, so that's not what I'm thinking of. Looking for something that could be a basilisk scale. I imagine they're quite leathery and tough. Maybe it is that. Maybe? Nope, that's not it. Okay. Basilisk scale. Leathery and tough. I think this might be it. There it is. Okay. That makes more sense now that I'm seeing that. Thanks. My wife will be relieved. Found this down the side of the counter here just now while I was waiting. Don't know if it's anything important or not. Thank you much. Don't know what that'll be for. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful. Because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you are not afraid of? Those of us who have read Holger's teaching have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled fen is all I require. Okay. Veiled fen is brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. It clouds over after a short period in total darkness. Let's see. Thought I heard something. Okay, so that is bright. Okay. Thought I heard something down here. Or over here. So it's something that, let's see, brightly colored in the light, clouds over in darkness. Okay. Hmm. I heard something. That's weird. Hmm. Okay, so bright in light and dull any other time. And I got distracted by the clock. Whoops. Okay, so that's that. Hmm. It just gets brighter. I highly doubt that's it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Hmm. Hmm. Brightly colored, I should start there. Well, yeah. Ow. Mm. My right eye started hurting. Hmm. Hmm. I'm very confused. Oh. Okay, note of that. No, it doesn't look any different. That looks the same. Hmm. That did nothing. Hmm. I know I already did that, but that has not changed anything. Hmm. Oh, figured. No, stop right ahead you. Hmm. That's probably the witch's finger. Huh. Nope, that's not it either. Oh, shit. Hmm. That tells me nothing. Hmm. Ah. There it is. I don't know why it took me that long, but it did. Well, now we know. Okay. Seven more days. Two men fought as the heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and leapt astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. Hmm. Those are 3 different locations. Okay. Okay, I still need to work on that one. Sound bitch! We think we finally located the wreck of the Orion out in the lake. Sadly, our funding has run out and we can't afford expensive diving equipment. Okay. Okay. I think I remember. It's one of these. Aha, ask us. Allows the bear to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. Extended periods sometimes forget to breathe once they're back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Okay. Aha, there we go. I knew it was going to be used somewhere, I just didn't know where. Alright. Let's see, what's the other one? 3 locations. Going to assume that they're going to be in a triangular formation. Okay. Okay, so one spot is 15. Okay, 15. So this one must be down this way. Unless it's going the opposite direction. Okay. So it's gonna meet here somewhere in the middle. Okay. Okay, found the first one, which is Twinings. Okay. Ooh. I should have had some coffee before sitting down to this. Okay, so Twinings. Need to find one that looks like that. Let's see. I have no clue. Well, for now, Rowena Hardwick. I'm close, but I need more power. I need St. Cedric's thunder, and quickly while the storm is raging. Okay. Whew. Been trying to harness this power for centuries. There are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals to gold. They are placed on the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Okay. Maybe that. Nope. Okay. I tried. Looking at things that actually look like they have gemstones where they're supposed to be. Okay. Nope. Alrighty. Son of a bitch, really? Goodness. Oh. Well, this is annoying. Really? Wow. Alright. Jesus. Hmm. Alrighty. Sharp aroma. Wood. Okay. Maybe that. Alrighty. Didn't even notice that that was the clasp for thunder. Oh, pardon me. I've been trying to get a hold of an Ambra. Before she vanished, Verona said it might have something to do with my patients. Oh, not again. It almost slipped my mind, but then I remembered there's one right here in Strange Antiquities. Eli told me himself he keeps it locked behind ethereal key. Let's see. Activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. Rare items not generally known about outside of Thermic circles. Gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. Lovely. That does not help me. Okay, they cause mental fog, withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black, and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Son of a bitch. Okay. So we need to find the ethereal key in order to use it. Lovely. Gemstone of light. Nope. Huh. Diurnic. Okay, gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. Okay. Mindstone. Night and night. There's got to be one more. Oh. Nope. Designed to be hidden from prying eyes. By its gemstone of light. Okay. I should work on what the symbols around the edge of my desk mean. Okay. I have some wooden tokens that look like the symbols around my desk. I should work out what the pattern is and see what happens. Okay. Oh. Oh shit. Second sight, find the McLens. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see. Ambra. Knock deck. Okay. Big circle, little circle, diamond with small circle. Okay. Okay, big, little, diamond shape, and small circle. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's two of them. I need to find an ethereal key. I should start by looking that up. And yeah, I know. Oh, that makes more sense now that I'm seeing that. Moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. Rare items not generally known outside the atomic circles. Gemstone of night power. Concealment. Nope. Nope. Okay. I don't understand. I should check my gemstone book to see which gemstones the item description might be talking about. Okay. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. Oops. Okay, I need something that has a black stone in it. Okay. by its gemstone of light. Gemstone guardian, here, charm. Okay, so black striated. So moonstone. Nope. Genuinely, I do not know. Can you please sit down on the fucking thing? Thank you. Jesus. I could open that. This is very... I can see that amber is the stone of light, and there are others that correspond to the night and concealment. Okay. Grr. Amber, moonstone. Okay. Oh, pardon me. Amber for the light. Moonstone for the night. Purple is containment, though. Okay. Protection and enveloping night. I hate having to do this. Find an item that has an amber as well as gemstones of concealment. Move them in a circular motion to reveal the key. Okay. Sun. I have no idea if I'm supposed to do that here or not. Item that has an amber gemstone as well as gemstones of concealment. Move them in a circular motion. Oh. Easier said than done. Gemstones of concealment. Maybe this one, not that. Doesn't tell me where to do this either. I am so confused. Item that has an amber gemstone as well as gemstones of concealment. I don't get this at all. I may have to look this one up, sadly. Okay. Okay. Onyx and moonstone. Amber. Okay, that's not it. Maybe this. Okay, identify an item with both a gemstone of light, like amber, and two gemstones of night, like onyx and moonstone. Huh. That doesn't have what I need. Oh. There we go. Okay, there's the ethereal key. I'm glad it didn't give me like the 100% answer. It just said, hey, this is how you find this. Okay, now we have that. Now to find the ambra. Okay. Okay. Noctic field. Huh. Okay, that's not it. Unless this is it. It also creates a... Oh. Okay. Okay. Doesn't... Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject become deeply disoriented. They produce an octic field. I think it's one of these items. That's not it. I'm gonna try that. Oh, that's not it. Okay. No. I just thought I'd give it a shot. No, I think this might... I highly doubt it. Okay. I may not be able to finish this today. I thought I was going to, but I don't have as much energy today as I thought I did. But I will try to conclude this game when I can, once I'm done with these couple more things that I have to do. So, son of a bitch. Okay. Really? Just need 2 cats or 2 moons? Well, both, technically. Come on, I just need 1 more moon. Yes! Alright. I think I have another 45 minutes that I can spare for this, thankfully. Okay, so Noctic. There we go. That's not it, but that's certainly something. Huh. Okay. Swirly doos. Nope. Okay, that didn't do what I thought it would. Okay, Noctic Field. Okay. Okay, so maybe not that one. Nope. Need it to be 3 for the second one. I know, I'm getting completely out of that. That one doesn't produce like I thought it would. Nope. Nope. There we go. Oh shit. That scared me half to death. Lord. I highly doubt that's it. Nope, it's not. Sure have gotten a lot figured out. Okay. Mental fog. I wonder if there's a suitable symbol for that. Yeah, there probably is. Okay. Yep. Okay, so it's the circle with the things. That one? No. Oh. Oh, son of a bitch. No. Hmm. Circle. It looks like a burner. That's the closest thing I could find to that. I don't know if this is it, but I'm trying it anyway. Alrighty, that's not it. Huh. That's really weird. Maybe? Nope. I'm frustrated as hell. Okay. Okay, Ambra. Okay. Fog. fog looks like a burner. Mental fog. I wonder if there's a suitable symbol for that. Fog, yes. He's so weird. Fog. Mantic. I think that's right. Okay. Nope. Found in the locked section of the shop. Okay. Okay. This side was locked. Seems like the symbol for confusion might be appropriate here. Okay. I'm very confused. Symbol for confusion. Ah. Funny T-pose. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. I don't even know where to start. I think someone tried to kill me yesterday. She had a damn Corvin's might. I'm lucky that she didn't know what she was doing. But even so, it was a close thing. The hex grazed past my face and did this to my hair. I suppose it was only a matter of time before I created an enemy for myself. I'm gonna need to watch my back. There's some object that I can use to warn of imminent danger, isn't there? Okay. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Hmm. 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 Ouch. see. Hmm. 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 Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe the silent breath? Where did I put that? Hmm. Maybe that might help? Okay. Peter Leland. They found some poor soul washed up on the lake shore. An older lady by the sounds of it. Drowned. That's not the worst of it. Her eyes were all black, just like the others. I'm not taking any chances with the water around here. I'll take a bones guard. Okay. Bones guard. Small item known as bones guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. Terrified of being poisoned. Huh. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Okay. Hmm. 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 Not sure I have what I need. I should look through my letters and notes to see if they lead me to any new discoveries. Hmm. Okay, that one's in the catacombs. Field charm. Maybe that. Nope. Okay. Spirit Vault. That does nothing. Son of a bitch. Okay. 15. This is so weird. Okay. Carrick's Candle. Okay. That's not even on here by the looks of it. Okay. Well, shit. No. Okay. Alright. this is irritating. Oh, that's not helping anything. Okay. Can't figure out where that is. But it seems like it's pretty much right here. Nope. Fudge nuggets. Okay, so there. There. Where the fuck? Yeah. Okay, so Twinings. Road. There we go. Weird, but okay. When I drew back the curtain, I am unable to control my exclamation of horror. Behind the dark red velvet is a silent, squirming, seething mass of eyes, all shiny and wet and alive. Fear takes hold before my mind catches up, and I understand what I'm looking at. And when I do, I realize that it's looking right back at me. The object I'm looking for sits on a small shelf below, and the eyes watch as I snatch it out of there as fast and get out of there as fast as I can. Okay. Don't know. I think that might be it. Okay. Okay. We figured it out. Alright. I'm afraid I can't pay you, but I can offer a trade if you'll accept it. Sure. Now that'll come in handy. Okay. Last day that I'm gonna do for today. I'm gonna try to come back to it as soon as I can after this. My schedule doesn't allow, sadly, very much time to record these days. Sun and moon. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Okay. That looks like it'd be something up here with this. No. Okay, don't tell me that you are strictly a thing on the map. That's annoying. Okay. Because I've already done that, but I haven't gotten what I needed from that. Because this is where I have to go. supposed to be this. But that does nothing because Barton Potter has done nothing. So, been hearing a worrying rumor about Verona. They say she drowned in the lake. I hope for all our sakes they're wrong. I don't know. According to family legend, an ancestor of mine bid an item of Thumuk significance in his burial chamber. It's never been found, but not for lack of trying. I was tempted to search for it myself until I learned that it was in the catacombs in a place known as the Hall of Shields. Perhaps it's better to leave it to those who know what they're doing. Okay, back to the catacombs. Hall of Shields. Here we go. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strong sensation comes over me. It's not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I've entered an area known as the Depths, a place where a few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Palians can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called Wandering Shroud. Pretty sure that's what I need. Really? 2 places where I need Barton Potter. Oh. That is getting annoying. Okay. I've done something quite stupid. I went exploring in Heath Wood and came across a grave. It was overgrown with dark brambles, so I started to clear them to get a better look at the inscription. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. The thorns were thick and menacing, and I scratched my arm on one of them. I've not felt well since. Please help me. Let's see. Okay. 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 I want to say this is it. There we go. I knew it was something, I just didn't know specifically what. Thaddeus White. You don't know me, but it's time I introduced myself. I'm the curator of the Museum of History here in Undermere. Eli and I have a complicated relationship. Don't all siblings? I don't tend to come by the shop much anymore, but I heard he had left town for a few days. I wanted to bring him this, but I know he'd only turn me away without even looking at it. Interesting. Should be able to finish this, and then that's it for today, unfortunately. I hope my mother's okay. I lost count of the amount of gossip I've heard about her misdeeds over the year. Truth is, when she gets stuck in a mystery, she's been known to disappear for days at a time. In the meantime, I believe I found another clue in the journal. Text directly before this is largely legible, but I was hoping to make out a reference to a vault of some kind. 3 resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. Okay. That's not the heaviest, I don't think. Come on. About the same weight. I think that's heavier. It's also heavy. What is the lightest object? Come on. Not that heavy. Okay. Yeah, that isn't the heaviest. Oh, okay. Got a fright when they brought the body of that poor drowned woman to me with those lifeless black eyes. I thought for sure it was Verona at first. She does look like her. But we're quite certain it's a lady from Hawkshead who went missing a few days ago. There's one thing I can't get out of my mind, though. Why would she try to swim across the lake? And in the meantime, Verona's still missing. I don't like to use sonic needles as a rule, but the circumstances are beyond the rule book. We need answers. Okay. Controversial items that are rarely used, they can reach into the mind of the recently deceased to give an impression of their thoughts before they died. Curiously, the weight of these tall items decreased when heated. Okay. That's really weird. I figured that wasn't it. Nope. Okay, at least it only took 3 tries. Alright. People are afraid. And they're right to be, but it's too late for them. They're no use to us. But you might be. Prove yourself and perhaps Holgar will deem you worthy of saving. I require an object to study my restless congregation and remind them why I am the one to lead us through this turbulent time. They respect strength and power above all else. Okay, so either Morgan's Folly or Fortinance. Let me see. Enhance physical strength, restore strength that has been sapped. Whether by excursion or by hex. They are made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Small totem. That looks like a small totem. And then Morgan's Folly. For the banishment of Hobbsphere Noctic Sight. Oh, wrong one. I'm wearing glasses and I still got it wrong. A Folly's symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. I think I'm going to go with Fortinance. Because that one's about a thing of strength. Stone or iron? Maybe? Nope. Stone or iron? Usually made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Maybe? Nope. Maybe we'll try that one. Alright. Really? It's really stupid. There we go. Fortinance. Try that. Okay, not it. Not it either. Nope. Okay. Usually made of stone or iron. Usually take the form of a small totem. Nope. Good Lord. Need to make a choice between Fortinance and... Yeah, I'm going with Fortinance. Thank you. I'm looking for something with a hidden symbol. No, I don't want that. I'm not sure I have what I need. Oh, son of a bitch. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's not that easy to figure out for Fortinance. We might have to end it here. At least until I can do more research on that. So I'm not the greatest with all puzzles, obviously. So. Alright. Well, that was easy. Okay. I'm going with Fortinance. Okay. So I'm going with Fortinance. I need to figure out where the hell to find it. No. To my left the day, to my right the night. Yeah. That makes more sense now. Find the row of 3 tombs in the upper levels of the catacombs. The cool darkness is strangely calming at times down here. And I sit for a while in quiet contemplation. When I rouse from my thoughts, I look down at my feet and find an item there. Had it been there all along? I never noticed it when I sat down. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for right now. Okay. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. That can't be right. Nope. Son of a bitch. Let's see. Hmm. That's not a moon, though. Hmm. Well, this is very frustrating about the catacombs, because I'm trying to figure out this one. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. So there's nothing on one of them. Maybe this? Okay. Spiritual vault. Jesus. Why is it so difficult to get those places? Come on. I know I'm not that smart when it comes to it, but still. Oh, moon that does not shine. Ugh. I already found the Hall of Shields. Good lord, this is irritating. Okay. Okay, so to get a Wandering Shroud, find a spirit vault located on a hilltop north of town. Accessible by following a stream through the woods. The barrows? There we go. Whoever is buried. Let's see. Okay, that did nothing. Ugh. Really? Oh, this is absolutely irritating to me. Don't get me wrong, I am enjoying this game tremendously. It's just my sense of direction and finding things is not the greatest. That's the only one that has that stream that I know of. Find a spirit vault located on a hilltop north of town. Accessible by following a stream through the woods. Okay. North of town and follow a small stream as it winds through the woods. Stream leads to a hilltop with ancient significance. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely frustrating for me. Going with Fortinance. Not sure I have what I need. I should look through my letters and notes to see if they lead me to any new discoveries. I need the damn thing. Resonant objects, lightest and heaviest. Is there another stream I don't know about? It's the only one that I know of. Ugh. I'm absolutely gonna have to look into that later. I think that will be the end for today. I will upload the rest of this when I'm able. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have a phenomenal Halloween. Stay safe out there. Bye.